Hey guys, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm being a little quiet because it's currently 11:51 on Wednesday the 15th, which means I have 1 minute until the stay-at-home reading rush challenge begins. So I want to get started really quick. Here's a quick introduction. For the first book of Read a Book with a House on the Cover, I'm doing Entwined by Heather Dixon. If you did not see one of my latest videos, I'm counting the castle in the background as her house because they technically live in it. But yeah. So, still have probably 30 seconds, but I'm waiting for it to strike. It's officially 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. So I obviously want to start this at midnight. So now that it's midnight, I want to start on my first book. Throughout the video, I will have some reading vlog parts, but because it's midnight, it's 12:01 now, I'm already a minute behind. I'm not going to start with a vlog or like a video of me reading right now. I'll probably do it throughout the day and the 4 days that we're going through this. Yeah, it's 12:01 like I said now, so I need to start reading. I will update you when I take a break. Okay, so it's now 1 o'clock and I'm on page 83 or chapter 7. So I got almost 100 pages in an hour. Oh geez. I did not realize how big this book was. It's 472 pages. I did not realize that. But yeah, so something I forgot to show you guys when starting this video is I am 4 books behind schedule. It's going great. So I'm hoping I can get these 4 books done. So like I said, it's 1 o'clock. I'm kind of getting a little tired. I mean, honestly, what I want to do right now is I want to stop reading and watch Hulu. But I think I'm going to read for like another half an hour. At least to page 100. So I'm going to read to page 111 because that's chapter 9. I was going to read to page 100, but that's like a page into a chapter. So I'm going to read to page 109 or 111, chapter 9. So I'm going to see how long that takes me. Probably not long, but I'm going to get started because it's kind of late and I need to go to bed soon. Even though my sleep habits suck right now, it's fine. Okay, I promise this was unplanned. I just got to chapter 9 on page 111 and it's 1:30. I said I was going to read for maybe another half an hour. That was totally unplanned 100%. But this is where I'm going to end it for the night. I think I'm either going to go to bed or turn on an episode of Shadowhunters, which I've already seen the first season and a half, just not in a while. And I just literally got the entire Mortal Instrument series in the mail, besides obviously the spin-off series. And I think what I'm going to do after this one is I'm going to do not really a week long, maybe I'm going to be doing a reading vlog of just that series besides the first one, because I've read the first one 3 times and I'm not doing it again. I didn't like the book that much, but that's because I've read it so much and I've watched the TV show so much. I've seen the movie so many times. So I'm excited to get on to the next books. Yes, it's 1:31 now and I'm going to go to bed. So far, I've really enjoyed the book. I feel like this is a book that I can reread over and over and over again because it's just pure perfection. At least to me it's pure perfection. There's definitely nothing wrong with this book ever. There's no plot holes. The characters are perfect. I love the romance. This book is amazing and I feel like more people should know about it, but I literally feel like no people know about this book. So it kind of stresses me out because it's definitely a book that should be well known, but it's not. I'm gonna be done reading for the night. I will update you guys technically later on today when I wake up again, so I will see you guys later. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock now of the same day, the 16th, and I am starting on page 111, obviously same as last night, and I'm hoping I should be able to finish this in a couple of hours. I obviously don't want to spend all night reading up on it, but I'm going to because obviously that's the challenge. I'll update you guys in a little bit. So it's 6 o'clock now, which means it's been 2 hours since I last updated, and I'm on page 225, so I've read about 114 pages? Yeah, 114 pages. I probably could have done better, but I've had the Shadowhunter series going on in the background. Although I'm very proud of myself, I haven't just stopped reading while watching. I've been doing both, switching at the same time, I guess. So that's good. Yeah, so I'm on page 225. I think chapter 16 now. And I don't know how, actually, So Goodreads says I'm now 48% of the way through, so I should be getting really close to halfway here really soon. And it's only 6 o'clock, so that's good. If I continue to read like I have been, I should be done by at least midnight. I mean, I know that's in 6 hours, but you know, things could happen. I could take a break, I need to eat, some things will happen. I don't need to read this by midnight because I have like technically a total of 4 days to read this one book. There are just 4 challenges. Plus the June Boys isn't really that big, so I could probably get that done a lot quicker than this one since this is like 400 and some odd pages. And the June Boys don't go past 400 pages, so it's a shorter book. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so it is now 10:36, and I'm only on page 321. So from about 7 to like 8:30, I was outside talking to my parents. So actually, I didn't get any reading done. And then I've been kind of getting distracted by the TV show, but I'm trying not to at the same time. So I have like 150 pages left, and I can definitely read 150 pages in an hour and a half. But what I think is going to happen tonight is I think I'm going to finish this book, and then I'm going to end up starting the June Boys if I'm not tired. I don't think I'm going to be tired. I kind of have caffeine on my side. I've had a Diet Mountain Dew. Actually, I've had 2 things of coffee today. A Diet Mountain Dew. I've had some of this Diet Mountain Dew, and then I have another one for after that. So I'm caffeined up and ready to read. Yeah, but that is my goal. I do want to finish this. My goal was to finish it before midnight, and sucks that I got distracted probably about an hour of time that I probably shouldn't have been wasting. But yeah, so Goodreads says I'm about 68% of the way through right now. So I'm obviously over half. I'm almost 75% of the way. By the way, as I'm reading this, I am still remembering the love story between the main character and her like suitor, and I'm loving it. Like I said last night, there's nothing wrong with this book in my mind, and there never will be. So I just absolutely love this book, and I'm excited that I'm rereading it, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading so I can get this done before midnight. So I will update you guys either when my book's done or around midnight, I guess. So one of the two. Okay, I'm so excited because I just finished it. Oh, I love that ending. And it's 12:15. I was 15 minutes off, it's fine. But I'm just so excited. I love this ending. Oh my gosh, I love this book. I love this book. I'm so giddy because the ending is just amazing. This is one of the only books that doesn't have a bad or sad or like traumatizing ending. It has a true ending, happiness, and I love it. I'm literally shaking so much because I loved it so much. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I need to stop saying that. I'm just going crazy. I'm so giddy. I should start the next one, but I just need to sit here. I just need to take it all in. Oh my gosh, I love this book. I've read it so many times, it's ridiculous. Okay, so since I've had Goodreads, I've read this twice. So I think I've read this twice in the past. So I read it in 2016. I also read it in one day. But that's probably for a book video, honestly. I've probably put this in so many videos. This is the second time I've read this copy, but I've read this probably 10 times. All of the copies being from my library. But yeah, so I love this book. I obviously continue to rate it a 5 out of 5. I still highly recommend it. Yeah, so I highly recommend this book, especially if you're like looking for a good happy ending, because almost no Sarah J Maas books end with a happy ending. I feel like there are a lot of series or books nowadays don't have the best endings. There's always like some death or like a massacre of people or something bad happened. This book, it's not so much. Obviously there is a protagonist in here, or an antagonist, but everything, I'm not gonna spoil it, but in the end, it's just amazing. Like I said, the ending, I think this romance has literally shook me so hard, and like, that's why I was so giddy about it, because the last scene, oh my god, it's gonna spoil. Okay, I'm gonna put a spoil thing up here. The last scene is literally Azalea getting proposed to, and I loved it so much. Yes, I rated this book a 5 out of 5, obviously. I've said that multiple times. So I don't know if I'm going to start the June Boys quite yet. I'm still in the little bit of like the giddiness from this book, and I don't want to immediately go into a murder mystery. So I might wait like a couple of minutes, like 10 or 20 minutes before I get started with the next book. Yeah, I'll update you guys when I do start that. Guys, so it's 12:46. I was going to start at 12:45, but I didn't because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to start this, but I know I'm not going to get too much into it because I am watching Shadowhunters, which this is definitely going to be a bad thing for this whole reading rush challenge. But this is only 345 pages. Wait, maybe, hold on. Okay, yeah, that's 345 pages. So I should be able to get this done today. By the way, it's the 17th now. So I read Entwined in 24 hours. Well, 24 hours and 15 minutes. So I should be able to read this one, especially since it is a murder mystery, and I tend to go the entire way with those books. Like, I tend to read the entire book in one sitting almost. That was kind of what I did with Murder Trending, I'm not gonna lie. I started it at night, but the next day I sat down at like 2 o'clock and literally read for 6 hours until I was done with the book. And it was roughly around this many pages, I think. So I should not have any difficulty with actually getting these done. Here's the thing. If it's interesting, I will read it, like I'm addicted to it, but if I'm not into it, I'm going to struggle to push through it, but I'm still going to push through it. And I'm hoping that it's a murder mystery, so, well, it is a murder mystery, but I'm hoping since it is a murder mystery, I'll be more inclined to read it and finish it faster. So that's my hope. Obviously, I'm not on page anything right now because I'm starting it. It's now at 12:49, so I will update you guys in a little bit. Okay, so it's 1:25 now, and I'm starting to get tired. I'm on page 36, or chapter 6. So far it has me a little bit interested. I still don't know if I'm totally into it or not. It's definitely going to be an interesting story. I just don't think I'm into it quite yet. It's just kind of a really weird introduction, but I'm hoping that I'm going to get past the weird introduction and end up loving the book. So as I'm reading it, there are notes in the book that I am starting to understand a little bit. I think that these letters are going to help us like solve the murder / kidnappings, or like it's going to tell the story of what was happening to them while they were kidnapped. And so we were just told, actually I'm going to put a spoiler for this. So we were just told that the boys are being transferred around in suitcases. So I'm wondering if the boy that died had died in the suitcase, and so the killer had thrown him out of the car while he was transporting them to a different prison, apparently, because, or bunker, not prison, because apparently their last bunker was flooded with 14 inches of water. So that's the last thing I just read about. It's interesting. So far the story's leading pretty heavy on her dad being the kidnapper. I feel like it's too easy of a person to pinpoint who the kidnapper is this early. I mean, we're only 36 pages in and they're already on like their second accusation of why he is the killer, or why he could be the killer, and I'm like, we're barely into this. There's a small connection between the main character and one of the kidnapped boys. It's a connection that should be taken into consideration but should not be pushed as far as it's being pushed right now. I mean, obviously it's going to be brought up later, but I think it's being pushed too much at the beginning. Yeah, so like I said, I read to chapter 6. I'm going to end here for the night and hopefully enjoy more tomorrow. Okay, so it's a continuation of the 17th. And I've read like 2 sentences so far. It's 3:15, and I have not made any progress in this book. I've been playing an hour of Apex Legends because that's the video game I play. Well, right now I play a lot of video games. And I'm not in it yet, so I'm hoping within the next couple of chapters I can just get into it so I can actually just keep reading it. I'm still on page 36, chapter 6. I'm gonna hope that I can just get into it. So I will update you guys in a little bit. So it's 4 o'clock now, and I've gotten to page 82, and they just arrested the person that they've been trying to frame this entire time. And it's like, there's evidence, but it's not concrete evidence. So it's just, the person that got arrested could have just honestly, I don't know how I'm feeling about this yet. Like, he could have done it, but he also couldn't have done it. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm gonna take a really small break from reading, only for like a half an hour. Still not into this 100%. I'm trying to get into it. Right now I'm at the Elizabeth letters, which are apparently real. Because when I went to go see the page numbers, there was a final note to the reader. It said all the Elizabeth letters were written from, I don't even know how to say his name, Alulis Lagan to Elizabeth Smart, who was abducted June 5th, 2002 by Brian David Mitchell and Wanda Elaine Barzee, rescued by officers 9 months later. Oh, I think I just got spoiled. Ooh. That makes me a little uncomfortable. God dang it. I didn't think that was gonna spoil me. Now I feel like I know who it is. Dang it. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's fine though. Okay, it's not fine. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep reading to figure it out, but I am gonna continue to take a break, and I will update you guys when I not start reading again, because like obviously I'm not gonna need to, but I'll update you guys probably in like an hour or two when I've gotten back to reading and I have like new thoughts and stuff. But I definitely think I'll be able to finish this by midnight. It's only been like 45 minutes and I've read like 50 pages. So if I keep at that pace or going faster, will definitely get done before midnight. I mean, I said that last night, but that's also because I accidentally spent an hour and a half talking to my parents outside. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to take a small break, and then I will update you guys later. Okay, so it's been quite a while since I've updated you. I think I updated you guys at 4. Well, it's 10:15, and I am more than halfway through the book. I could honestly be done with the book by now, but I got very distracted. I played Apex until like 5:20, and then I went outside quick, literally just to talk to my parents for 5 minutes, and then I was out there for an hour. That was like a while, and then I came back inside and tried to read, and I realized I have a homework assignment that I have to do, or that's due tomorrow. And then I tried to play Apex again, and then read when I was down, or read when I was like in between games and everything, but it wasn't working. So finally I just decided to get off the Xbox, and so I've made huge progress. So I'm on chapter 27 now and page 233, which is great because like I said, that's over halfway. So I have about 112 pages, which I will definitely be finishing tonight. I work tomorrow from 12 to 6, and that's the thing that was worrying me the most, because I am reading Serpent and Dove next, and that's a very long book. So I'm kind of worried about not being able to finish all of this because of the specific like times that's 6 hours I'm not going to be reading. But yeah, so that's my update for now. So far my thoughts, it's having it pinned so hard on her dad, and there's so many things that are leading it to be her dad, and the book is pretty much saying it's her dad right now, but it's not the ending of the book, so we don't actually know who the kidnapper is, and it's kind of stressing me out because honestly, if it is her dad at the end of this book, it's kind of just like what even is this book for? Like, since page 1 they've assumed it was her dad, so that it's like there'd be no mystery in this then. I'm just saying, I hope it's not her dad, because honestly, I'd be kind of disappointed if it was. When I read murder mysteries, I hope it's someone that no one would even think about, or like, at least until the hints aren't there until later on in the book. But since page 1, they've assumed that it was him, and I'm just gonna be very disappointed if it is him. So I will end up telling you guys who it is, but I'll put a spoiler over it, because obviously, like, if you haven't read this book and you want to, I don't really want to spoil you guys. So yeah, that's my update for now. I'll probably update you guys at 11 or 11:30, and then midnight if I'm not done with it. If I'm not done by midnight, it will be a close, like, line. I will be done close to midnight. Honestly, I feel like if I continue reading without stopping, I could easily be done before midnight. So I want to stop this update, and I will see you in the next one. You guys, it's 11:50, and I just finished the book. I'm not going to lie, I did cry at one point, and early on in this video, I don't know how, maybe a couple minutes ago, you saw me read a spoiler, and I completely forgot about the spoiler as I was reading the book. And so me ranting about if it's the dad the entire time, I was gonna be mad, which I was going to be, but I didn't think back to the spoiler of what had actually been the kidnapper. Well, in real life it was kidnappers. Like, this book is based on true events, which is absolutely crazy that this could have even happened. Like, honestly, it makes me very upset that someone would do something like this. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, I'm gonna rate it at 4 to 5 because it took me a while to get into, and like 50% of it I was just frustrated with the fact that they were all just blaming her dad, and like there's so many different like suspects. It was almost like in the hall with a knife where they were ruling out people, which really annoyed me about that book. Like, I loved that book, but it annoyed me because they would rule out suspects of who the killer was. If you don't know what book I'm talking about, it's In the Hall with the Knife. It's a Clue retelling. I'll put a picture up here. So I did like this book. I'm not gonna judge the writing because I mean, I think it was good writing anyway. I was just really irritated with the whole suspect of the biggest suspect being her dad, which yeah, kind of made me mad. But it's 11:52 now, and I have some homework to do. I have to finish writing my outline to my speech which I don't think I'm going to finish it. I think I'm going to write some of it, and then I'm going to start Surfrind and Dub here soon, because I would like to get a big jump on that before I go to bed. So that's in my goals for tonight. Yeah, so this was my opinions on this book. I did not make notes on it at all, because as I started reading it, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do book talk about this. But if you guys want a book talk about the June Boys and my thoughts on it, comment that down below, and I'll do a book talk about it if you guys really want to like hear my thoughts about it. So I will see you guys in the next update. Don't know when it's gonna be, but it'll be there. Okay, so here's the deal. It's currently 9:25 on Sunday night, which is the end of this readathon. And the reason I'm not going till midnight is because I kind of gave up yesterday. And it wasn't that I just didn't want to read specifically, it's just something happened yesterday where I kind of like, my emotions just snapped and I had a very tough day. Okay, so I had work. That was great. That was fine. Then afterwards, just something went off and I could not do anything but cry. I got headaches from crying. I was so stressed that I could not do anything. And I think that kind of carried on over to today. I'm gonna be honest, so I did start Surfrind and Dove, but I'm only 4 pages into it. I wanted to try my best to like start this at least, but when I did try, I had a very bad headache, so I just knew it was gonna make it worse, so I just put it down and have not picked it back up since. And don't worry, this is going to be my current read now. I'm going to continue reading this and I'm going to finish it. After all these months of saying I'm going to get to it, I'm getting to it. But I'm making this update because I'm just here to say that this is going to be the end of my video. Obviously, I can't read this entire Harry Potter book in like 2.5 hours. I ended up completing 50% of this challenge. I read Entwined in 24 hours for my book with the house on the cover, and then I read The June Boys for a book read in the same room. I completed those books, so that's 50% because there's 4 challenges. I got 2 of them done. I wish I would have been able to push through that mood that I was in, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to, so I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry you guys lost some content, but I do have a lot of videos coming out after this. So after I get this video edited and uploaded, I will be uploading my other book talks that I have filmed. I filmed 2 of them so far. So I filmed my Sarah J. Maas House of Earth and Blood book talk, which I just need to edit it and post it. And then I also filmed my Murder Trending. I filmed those book talks, so those 2 are not exactly ready to go, but they're all filmed. Everything's, well, I guess filmed. I just need to edit them. So I have some videos already prepared, and then I actually have made plans for other videos. I ended up starting to watch, you saw earlier on in this video, I started to watch the Shadowhunter trilogy, or series, not trilogy, and I've decided, and I got the rest of the series in. My mom bought the rest of the series, just the Mortal Instruments series. I don't have the spin-off series yet. I do want to get them if I do enjoy this. I know everyone else has enjoyed almost the spin-off series more than the Mortal Instruments, so I am planning to get those books. But my next series that I'm planning on doing is I'm going to try to read the entirety of the rest of the Mortal Instruments, and I'm going to film it, and I'm hoping it doesn't turn out like the Throne of Glass series where it takes me 3 to 4 months to do it. I think it'll be a lot better than that series because honestly I kept getting stuck on, well, it took me 2 months to read Kingdom of Ash because I just could not get into it, but I feel like it's gonna be better. So those are my plans. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, even if it wasn't as exciting as it could have been. I'm sorry about that. Comment down below if you ended up completing this 4-day challenge and what books you read, and if you enjoyed them. Like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!